So I happen to be doing a lot of work in the real estate niche, all right? And so I thought I would just jump on and kind of lay out a simple program to actually grow your real estate agency, your real estate business, if you're a realtor. And so I'm actually just gonna give you guys a three-step framework for how you can actually grow your real estate business. So you will no doubt be familiar with the term, at least the term lead generation, if you've been around real estate for any length of time. If you've been a realtor, you gotten trained, your broker, the company you're working with, they might have taught you to focus on lead generation, lead generation, lead generation. There's good reasons for this. Now, if you read a book like Gary Callis, Millionaire Real Estate Agent, there's a whole section on lead generation in the book, which I really like, by the way. I like the book, and I think a lot of the lessons in there will really help you grow your real estate agency, your real estate business. So, the first thing that I'm going to say is that you really should get out there and run a lot of cold calls. On my channel, I have videos on cold calling. On my podcast, I have episodes on cold calling. In my own life, cold calling is one of those skills that, uh, probably was a little bit harder to get into than a lot of the other skill sets that I have learned in my gaming business because things like copywriting, while that took me time to learn, I think I was pretty much at a certain level of baseline proficiency, maybe within a week of learning seriously, starting to learn copywriting. And that was years ago, right? With cold calling, uh, in the first week of cold calling, you're pretty much going to have a lot of misconceptions. You're not going to know what you're doing. Okay. Same thing in the second week. Same thing likely in the third week. Cold calling, because I think with cold calling, the other thing that makes it hard is people, we are afraid of cold calling because we don't want to talk to strangers and be told no and quote unquote be rejected and things like that. But if you want to grow your real estate agency, guys, I'm telling you, step one, jump on the phones, make the cold calls, become a cold calling master. Because very few things are going to grow your business, your realtor business, nearly as fast as that. Like, really, really few things are going to do for you what cold calling is going to be able to do. Now, you should also go knock on doors. I really highly recommend that. Like when I look at the realtors online that I follow, that I tune into their content, they recommend not just cold calling but also knocking on doors. And that's even a step up, even better than cold calling because now you're going there in person, you're knocking on doors, you're trying to find listings, you're trying to drum up business. It's amazing because now you're meeting people, you're talking with them, and they are, interacting with you in person. If they know somebody that is looking to sell their property, they can just point you like, oh yeah, I was talking with a gentleman across the street there. He's been thinking about it. You might want to check him out. So, cold call, uh, that's step number one. Now, step number two, guys, is scaling. You want to scale with teams. So if you are in real estate, you gotta be willing to invest in your business, right? So a really good thing to do is some realtors, they actually hire like VAs in the Philippines and places like that who can make cold calls for them, cold calls for their business, and it's a great way to actually grow your realtor business because let's say like you're a big realtor, you're out in California or in a big market like New York City, you're selling million dollar homes, you're listing $1 million homes. You're not always gonna have the schedule availability to be able to make these calls yourself. And so, you really should be looking to have like a VA team and scale with that. And it's a great way to actually grow your real estate business, right? You want to have a team, you want to invest in the people around you, help them grow, help them learn skills, help them become killers in their own right. And what that's gonna do though is that it's not money wasted. It's actually money that you're putting into growing your own business. Now I actually work with a marketing agency, right? And we actually provide a lot of services to help people grow their real estate businesses. Which brings me to step number 3, which is you want to scale with paid advertising. You want to scale with online advertising and lead generation. So doing the cold calls and things like that is good, but at a certain level of scale. If you're looking to sell, let's say you're looking to sell 200 homes a year, you're pretty much not gonna cold call your way to that, especially as a one-man operation. You're not gonna be able to do it. There's not that much time in the day to make that many cold calls. There's not that much time in the year to make that many cold calls. So what you're gonna need to do, guys, is you're gonna need to actually get online. You're gonna need to get into online advertising. You might have to use search advertising, Google, Bing, Yahoo, and the other platforms out there, search platforms. And then you want to advertise on there and actually connect with people looking to sell their homes, or people looking to buy a home, people looking to sell or buy property. And that's what you want to do. Now you can also advertise on social platforms like Twitter or X, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn. You got all kinds of platforms. You can even advertise in magazines, newspapers, all kinds of platforms where you can advertise online. And this is how you scale the reach of your real estate agency, your real estate business, and how you actually manage to grow and scale that real estate business. Now, if you need some additional resources to help you grow and scale your real estate business, you can always check out my free resources links over in the description.